Stadium across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville. Straight ahead, a good one in store this afternoon. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Tennessee Titans. With my partner Greg Olson, Mike Tirico, Joey Sly, set to get this one going. Off-week Nissan Stadium. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL. And Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota, alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell, by far was the best year of his career. And it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, years ago under Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs?
At the 29-yard line.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Looking Smith and Jigba's way again, and again a catch. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
A gain of 15 yards.
They get 15 on that game. First down, Seattle.
These were the chunk plays they thought they could get here against this pass defense. They thought the passing game favored their offense in this match. I think we can expect this to be the case the rest of the game.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Darnold. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Titans' 48-yard line.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and a couple. The first carry for the Spartans, Kenneth Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain there of 15. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up 2nd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Here's a designed run. He'll try to run for it.
Darnold on the keeper. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Smith and Jigba, the man in motion. 3rd and short yardage, and here's Darnold. He's turning it back, will not, and be taken down there.
And there was nothing exotic about that. I mean, they were just able to generate pressure without having to bring an extra rusher, and this offense now finds themselves staring at 4th down as a result.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. His kick is perfect. And the Seahawks will take a 3-0 lead.
And that's a good drive right out of the gate. They're able to make some plays, move the ball down the field. I know they didn't get a touchdown, but that is a good, positive result.
Points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. So out come the Titans, and they are led, Greg, by Cam Ward. Same alma mater as you, University of Miami, the #1 overall pick in this past April's draft.
I'm not sure if a guy jumped into the NFL scene quicker than Cam Ward a year ago at the University of Miami. I was down there. I watched his college debut for the Hurricanes in the swamp against Florida, and I walked out of there. I'm not so sure if I knew he was going to be the first overall pick, but I knew he was going to be an unbelievable college player, and here he is with the future of this franchise on his shoulders. He's not going to blink. Everywhere he's been, every coach says, Cam Ward changed the future of our team, of our organization, and there's no reason to think he's not going to do it again. Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. Short one there to Okonkwo. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Shotgun snap for Ward. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, the former All-Pro Johnny Hecker out to punt for Tennessee. Back deep for Seattle, Torrey Horton. Now a fair catch, and it's going to be a long field. They'll take over right about their own 13. The Seahawks offense ready to see the football for the second time. Turn that opening drive into points. 3-0 our score as they start again with a first down. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Darnold now to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes, defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on third down is Darnold. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up fourth down.
3 plays
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
And he looks up, he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Starts. It's a carry by Pollard. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Ward. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to a third down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Van Jefferson there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, and they had a shot there, Mike. Just overthrows his man, and this just comes down to just continuing to get on the same page. This is a feel throw, a feel route. Just puts a little too much air on it, and he just can't quite run it down.
Well, Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? That's on the former 9th overall pick, Charles Cross.
Still first down.
Darnold. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
Darnold's pass complete to Kenneth Walker. A gain of 4 brings up 2nd down at the 14-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it was really the pressure that threw that play off, Mike. I mean, he tries to counter the blitz by going to the quick game, which is fine, but it just seemed like they weren't necessarily on the same page and results in a drop.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
The Seahawks sending out their punt team, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. Perhaps he didn't get all of it. Their catch is taken right around midfield. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. And so far, not much has gone right. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Looking to sustain something here on drive number 3. Look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this defense, they have come to play here. They're starting this game physical, flying to the ball. They are defending every blade of grass, and they're letting these guys know early on, if you come in our area, you better be ready to play through contact.
That's going to be caught. He'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
So these are always the most disappointing drives, right? So you get the ball, you're on your opponent's side of the field, and then you go 3 and out. So you take the field, you say, this is a prime opportunity. Come away at least with points, and now they find themselves in a tricky, delicate situation. I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th down.
The Seahawks offense starting to try out for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll be marked down up around the 18-yard line. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
Well, this is something we don't see every day, Mike. A team playing with a traditional I formation fullback. It's kind of a lost art in today's modern game, but in this case, highly effective. Great job by the fullback clearing out the path for his running back, and they're able to pick up the first down.
Big hole to the 30. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35. He is having his way. Another big game. This time 18 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, after the nice run to start the drive, why not go back to the well and try it again? And that's exactly what they do. Have to imagine at some point now, the defense tries to change their look.
They'll go play action with Darnold. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
Automatic first down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Seattle.
First down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
They'll run here with Walker. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down. Coming up.
A gain of 9 brings up third and 3.
To throw is Darnold. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
First down, Seahawks.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we're back in Music City after this. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
You have to wonder if next time does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play. It was clear before the ball was snapped this was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. Here's Darnold. They'll try to set up the screen here, and that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
He'll get this complete to Walker. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Seahawks, on the strength of 2 field goals, take a 6-0 lead. So the lead stands at 6-0. One is kicked off. On the return, it's Jim DK. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They're still in search for their first points in this one, but only trailing 6-0. And this drive will begin with a first down. To start this drive, trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you could see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
Here's Ward. takes off. And you'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up third down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Ward. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college, and I think he just got a first-hand taste of just how fast this pressure can get on you, and sometimes when it speeds up that clock, you can make a bad throw.
With Walker. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and
5. Now Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Here's Michael Dixon now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. Oh, how good was that? Out of bounds, and they're going to mark it at the 2. The Titans offense ready to take over possession of the football. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Tight end motioning left. From his own end zone, it's Ward. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 3-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here comes Pollard. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
On 6-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now it's Ward. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This offense just can't buy a 3rd down conversion right now, Mike, and if you're not going to have a lot of explosive plays, that's just not a formula for success. The ability to sustain drives, maintain possession, that's a critical factor in scoring points in the NFL, and so far, this has been about as bad as it gets.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At the 47
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Here's a handoff to Walker. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
Sebastian Joseph Day on the stop. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 44-yard line.
Once again, it's Walker. Whoa. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half, and I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Outright Smith-Njigba has it.
Pass complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Looking Smith-Njigba's way again, and again a catch. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A 5-yard gain.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12. Smith-Njigba, the man in motion. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And a nice game there. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up 3rd down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here. Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
They'll try and throw. Here's Darnold. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
And it looked like that zone coverage had his head a little bit spinning there, Mike. I'm not sure he got a real clear picture of what the defense was giving him, and as a result, he holds the ball a little bit longer than he would have liked, and The defense is able to get home.
So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. Officially, it's a 36-yard attempt. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Seahawks going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half. So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Titans offense back onto the field for their next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. Give to Pollard on the option. And this defense not fooled by the option. They stick with the running back and they get him down for no gain.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside. But I promise you, it happens so fast. And these defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes it's hard for the quarterback to know, should I give it or should I pull it?
He'll get this over the middle to Jefferson. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. The Titans will use the first of their timeouts. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
40-yard line.
The gun, here's Ward. That one popped by Iomatic. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
13 more yards.
That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Ward. This one brought in by Iomatic.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 on the Seahawks' 44-yard line.
Second and 7. Throwing again is Ward. He's hit as he threw. It goes to the ground, and it's an incomplete pass.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. Here's a timeout, Tennessee. They'll do their second, and they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half.
And here's a great example of why the pass rush on third down, that it's critical it gets home. In this case, they're not able to get to the quarterback. He has extra time to not only escape the pocket, but to turn into a runner and pick up the first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Out of the gun, Ward. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver.
It's second down.
And it'll lead to a second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Now a timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
These plays just kill you on defense. The pressure's good, but you have to contain them. Quarterback does a nice job of escaping the pocket, turns into a runner, scrambles for positive yardage.
Joey Sly comes on. They'll try the field goal here. This will be from 47 yards. Not the best of snaps, and this one is blocked.
Yeah, it just felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. The open man is Smith and Jigba. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Walker. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
All right, Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your passes, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball.
He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Reek Woolen brings him down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Back to throw is Ward. his tight end. That's a Conquo. 15 yards through the air. First down for Tennessee.
That's good for a Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Here comes 2nd and 4. To throw is Ward. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Nick Imawari, the rookie safety, in for the sack.
Over the last couple seasons, Mike, we've seen that safety position turn into a positionless type player, and I think you just saw why. It's hard to keep track of them all the time. They're fast, aggressive, and in this case, they go unaccounted for, results in a sack.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing is Ward. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
And another wasted drive here, Mike, and they start to add up. And coming out of halftime, you would think that they would make some adjustments to try to get some points on the scoreboard, but so far, looks like much of the same.
The Titans sending out their punter, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Darnold, who outs another catch for his favorite target. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
It seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
On 2nd down, Walker. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
On 3rd and a yard, here's Darnold. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
I remember being around a lot of really good high-level linebackers, and what they used to say, Mike, is we're not going to guard the check down, but we're going to punish the check down, especially if that running back's going to catch the ball with his back facing the defense. He might catch it, but we are going to make you pay every single time. And I know he's got a few catches throughout the course of the game, but they're continuing to be physical with him, and they're going to make it more and more challenging.
That could have broken for a bigger return, but as it is, nice job getting his offense a start out past the 30-yard line. Out comes the Tennessee offense. They get set to see what they can do. Now Ward going to hold on to it. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
So it's just a simple read, but it's really well defended. They had both the give and the pull reads both accounted for, and the play ends up going nowhere.
He'll look to throw. Short one there to Okonkwo. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Throwing on third down, Ward. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Titans punting unit comes out to the field as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Seahawks offense ready to see what they can do. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. In motion is Barner. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
Jahan Ward on the stop. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
Keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And he's going to get the first down. He is up past the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Seahawks first down. An 8-yard pickup. And the Seahawks first down.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Darnold to throw on first down. He lets one go, looking for Shaheed. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
On second down, it's Darnold. He'll get this complete to Walker. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold, taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
The Titans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10. In motion, Okonkwo. And despite his best efforts to get away, ultimately, he goes down behind the line.
This ball carrier just didn't want to go down. And this defense, they had to throw everything they had at him, Mike. He just kept fighting and fighting. But finally, when they were able to get him on the ground, they were able to do it for a loss.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Again, it's Pollard. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's 3rd down.
3rd and 14.
Well, they certainly didn't allow the loss on first down, Mike, to scare him out of this run game here on 2nd down. But now after taking a loss on 1st and 2nd, it puts him in a tough spot here coming up on 3rd down.
3rd and long. Here's Ward. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. That is knocked away downfield, incomplete. He made sure not to let the receiver get behind him. 3rd down stop sets up 4th down.
And it was really the lack of production on 1st and 2nd down that put them in this hole to begin with, Mike. So I think going forward, more execution on early downs, more efficiency. Don't wait till 3rd down to convert for a new set of downs. Be aggressive on those 1st and 2nds and take the fight to the defense.
The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it. You start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
On 3rd and long, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away. Didn't get the check he was hoping for on that one. That goes into the end zone, and it's a touchback. The Titans offense ready to take over once again. They'll do so with 1st and 10.
Score on these guys, man.
Here's Ward. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. That throw right on the money for the former Miami quarterback, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
He'll run the toss. Here's Pollard. And the struggles continue. He's dropped behind the line again.
This is a great example of why it's so important on defense to sprint to the ball. His ability to make people miss is hard for one guy to get him on the ground. But when you can get everybody to the ball, eventually you can take them down, and in this case, they do it for a loss.
Now it's Ward. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
So the defense comes out in a cover 2 shell, and what that means, Mike, is the 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. One guy has one half, and the other guy has the other. There are abilities to get down the middle of the field, especially if you have speed. But really where you can attack it is they don't have enough guys to defend all of the underneath zones, and if you run the right concepts with the right quarterback, you can pick them apart.
That is brought in. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. A big play and a much-needed one as well. It covers 51 yards.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Looks like we have an injured Titan on that play. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Second and 11. From the gun, here's Ward. And he'll take it on in. Jim DK. Touchdown, Tennessee. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Joey Sly on now for the point after. He's got it. And the Titans will cut it to a 2-point lead.
Titans 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Samuel Womack there to make the tackle.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 7. To throw is Darnold. He'll go right and find his running back. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big play for Seattle. 33 yards.
It's not a coincidence, Mike, that the best offenses in the NFL are all excellent at yards after the catch. It's a combination of a few things: a highly accurate quarterback and the ability of the scheme to get open players in open space. Once you do that, the rest is up to them.
And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. First down, Seattle.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll go play action with Darnold. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Give him a dozen yards on that one and give them 1st and goal.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. Throwing, Darnold. Moving to his left. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Sam Darnold. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, that's the way to handle it. Up 1, go down the field, get the touchdown, and extend the lead to 7.
Mike, the key for this offense is they were at their best when their best was needed. Being able to extend this lead late in the fourth quarter, they've got to be feeling pretty good about where things stand to close this game out.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9.
Jason Myers.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. Jim Radike now to return it. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Titans offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Play action, it's Ward. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
They just have to be better on first down. They've got to find a way to continue to operate ahead of the sticks, and I don't mind throwing it on first down. That is the best down in football to attempt to pass, but if they don't protect the passer, none of it's going to matter.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Now the former Tulane star. Here's DJ Spears. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
These are tough situations. You want to stay out of 2nd and real long. You figure it's going to be a pass, but this is a nice changeup by the play caller. He keeps the ball on the ground, picks up a good gain, and now this 3rd down got a whole lot more manageable.
Ward now on 3rd down. He'll try and get there on the ground. And the rookie gives himself up there at the end. That's a sign of a guy who's learned it quick, picking up the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41.
Anytime a quarterback decides to tuck it and turn himself into a runner, you can just feel the sideline hold their breath. They're just hoping that he gets down, picks up enough for the 1st down, but more importantly, protects himself so he can get himself back up and continue on.
Off the bootleg, it's Ward. The throw on the run is complete, and he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
At the 44-yard line.
Shotgun snap for Ward. Well, left side taken in by Ileman. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another.
A gain of 21 on that pass play. That's good for a Titan 1st down. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll work forward for about 4. It's 2nd down.
So, Mike, this is a great example and a great moment to bring up why it's so important for these offenses to make everything look the same. Formationally, pre-snap movement, because the second that motion looks like a jet motion and he's going to get the ball as opposed to a traditional motion, these defenses are so in tune with all those little differences. They know it's coming and there's not going to be a lot of gain.
And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the 1st down.
Gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Titans 1st down.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have 1st and goal.
And that time, the pressure too much. He'll go down. Boye Mafe. He gets into drop in. It's a loss of 8.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
First down was not very good. Here's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Ward. He'll step up and run this. And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up 3rd down.
Now Ward on 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Alec Ileman. Touchdown Titans. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Sly now for the point after. The kick is good. And the Titans will cut it to a 2-point lead.
16. Titans 14.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. This will be returned from the 6. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Darnold. Going right sideline and complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
At the 46-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Off the play fake, here's Darnold. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds, a pickup of 5.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he'll be taken down. They've got him back at the 50-yard line. That is the Pro Bowler, Jeffrey Simmons. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a 2-possession ball game here in the fourth quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now Darnold. Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14. 1st and 10. Stafford fires to cut. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
From the shotgun, here's Darnold. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Jackson Smith and Jigba, the intended receiver. Now it's going to be third down.
Brings up third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They tracked him down behind the line, and it's fourth down.
It's almost like the defense knew the back was getting the ball there, because from the moment the ball was snapped, there was a defender all over him, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg, and it is good. So it is still a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now. So Myers back out there at the field goal a moment ago. Now set to kick this one away. On the return, here's DK. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Titans offense ready to get back at it. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Play fake, now Ward to throw. Now he takes off.
That play had sack written all over it, so that's a great job by the quarterback, not only escaping the initial pressure, even though he doesn't gain a whole lot, he's able to pick up some positive yards for what looked like a disaster in the start.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. He'll try the left side with Pollard. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down for Tennessee.
First down.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Tackle made at his 48-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Ward. On the run to the right.
And this is one of the cases, Mike, where defenders, they get their eyes in the wrong spot. They call it eye discipline. He catches them looking elsewhere. It allows him to get upfield and make this third down a lot more manageable.
A big play in the game now. 3rd down and 1. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. They'll try and run for the first down with Pollard. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
49.
Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Here we go. This is 4th down. They snap it to Ward. He's going to take a shot down the field. And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Gotta let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker ready to take over once more. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. Tight end going in motion here. They'll drop to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
A gain of 13
And that
yards.
first down should all but do it, Mike. With only 1 remaining timeout, the defense just can't stop the clock enough. Got to imagine it's victory formation, and we're a couple kneels away from this game being over.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8.
The Titans will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
They'll try and run it with Walker. He will have the Seahawks first down. His defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain on 3rd and 2.
That's good for a Seahawks first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete. Titans going to use the last of their timeouts here, and we'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock.
The 19-yard line.
Second down and 8. On the handoff, this is Walker. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
Throwing on 3rd down. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throw away, and he's taken down.
You can tell that all these hits, Mike, they're starting to add up. He just doesn't look comfortable. His eyes aren't downfield. You can see his feet aren't settled. When you get sacked this many times in a game, it's kind of hard to blame him, but he's definitely feeling it.
Pressure's on. Here's the veteran, Jason Myers. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And no return here. This is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Ward. He's going to dial up another deep ball.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends it up being a wasted down.
Here's 2nd down. To throw is Ward. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute, and they're going to get out of here with a victory. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.